Hello, everybody. Hello again to the wonderful people who have joined me live on this beautiful evening of August 27th, 2022. We are gathered once again, in this case, on the new moon. These gatherings and meditations have often been since January on the eve of the new moon as we set the stage for our individual enjoyment and taking in the energies of a given new moon. I'd like to let everybody know, the people who are here with me tonight in the Zoom room, and then those of you who might see this in the next few days, that the guidance I've received for the remaining 5 new moons of 2022 is to dedicate each of them to a different element and the elementals that are associated with that element. So we're beginning this month with water. In September's new moon, roughly 4 weeks from now, we will be working with the element of air. In October, the element of fire. In November, the element of earth. In December's new moon, which will be near solstice, it will be spirit, the beautiful connecting energy of so very much. So this meditation, and for those who've been on other calls or maybe happened to see last month's one for the July new moon, here we are now in August. I'm blanking on what I was going to say next. It's probably the glitch of the night. So I'll just go on for, oh no, I know what I wanted to say. Oh, there it is. It came back, snap. I'm right back with it. I'm Carol Omar Behan, by the way, for anybody who might see this video who only comes across it through a search on YouTube or somewhere else. And I thank you again for finding this and being a part of this. New moons, like a full moon, the energy that is most available to be enjoyed and employed happens the day of that particular lunar cycle, the new moon, and the day before, the day after, the same with a full moon. I'm going to tell a story or two about water before I take us into the meditation. And because we're honoring water, what I did was bring the camera and all of us out to my kitchen table. And here on the wall, this behind me is a topographical map of the little watershed in which I live. And all of us live in a watershed. It begins in some cases quite small. This one is showing an area 12 miles long by about 10 miles north to south. And it is of the Carrs Creek and Willowbrook watershed. The Carrs Creek flows into the Susquehanna River here in upstate New York. The Susquehanna River is one of the largest tributaries of the encompassing watershed of the Chesapeake Bay. And if there's something that comes out of this meditation that is possibly of use to you, would be to begin to understand what watershed you live in and be able to tune into and kind of steward it in your heart and giving thanks and gratitude for it. I often show, but I think I'm going to move along for this, but I'll give you a quick visual. I use some guidance from a tarot deck to just simply get me moving forward in the direction the spirit seems to want to have us go. And I use each time, almost always, the Glastonbury tarot deck. Glastonbury, or Ancient Avalon site, is a place of great inspiration to me in so many different ways. My website, Golden Spiral Journey, will tell you more. It isn't too much of a plug, but it is a bit of a plug to help you know more. But I go through the tarot deck to see if there's something that should come to the group's attention. And tonight, and you're not going to see it too well from the smaller screen, rather the card that came is the Star card, a beautiful indication of things that are promoted in the Virgo New Moon. I'll read you a tiny bit, which will tell us this. I lost my place just for a moment. My apologies as that's happened. Okay, oh, here we go. The Star card, Bride's Mound. The star in a reading indicates a blissful state of inner peace, a feeling of benevolence towards the world and ourselves. This is a time of hope, of renewal, and of healing. So I offer you that as the underlying energy that has brought us together. Water in our lives begins with the water in our body. Comes to us, we are blessed in this place. So all of us that we go to a tap in our kitchen or our bathroom, we turn on the faucet and water emerges for our use, to quench our thirst, to bathe and cleanse us, to use in our cooking. And the blessing of that is extraordinary. What is the source of your water? If you're not quite sure, I urge you to find out what that is. I had a friend who, when I worked with her in her teaching, would say, always remember to bless the very water that comes from the tap in your bathroom, in your shower, in your kitchen, a way to give thanks and gratitude to water. So that is what the meditation is going to take us into for the most part. And now I want to give you a little bit of background on what is here on this image, which is a waterfall, and it's in Glastonbury, in Chalice Wells Garden. And it's the water that emerges from this beautiful ancient well, the red spring, the red waters, and it flows down through a series of beautiful gardens into a courtyard and a healing pool. Some of you on this call tonight, and maybe some hearing this, will know exactly what I'm talking about. And this is the cascade. So that it comes down. I've often had crystals with me when I visited, and there's a little shelves as the water comes down, crystals in to reach out the water and put it over you. And here is when I'm going to give us all a little spritz of the well waters. So I invite you to be open to these beautiful energies. I'll have them here and I'll give us a little go right around the camera. So open your heart and your spirit, mind too, in bringing in some of these wonderful blessings of these beautiful, sacred, and powerful healing waters. A very shortened story to tell you. Since I've worked with waters and not only enjoy, just today I was in a beautiful lake not far from here, swimming in this waters, looking up at the sky, knowing that the new moon was dancing up there. You never see it because she's right up there with grandfather's son. And I was bathing and swimming in these beautiful waters of this sweet lake, bringing in her energies and that of grandfather's son, and try not to get a sunburn at the same time. But it was all so wonderful and lovely. My connection with the water and working with others to bring healing happened in 2004. Very, very briefly, we worked for months on a ceremony to heal the waters of Onondaga Lake near Syracuse, New York. And we used the techniques brought to us by Dr. Masaru Emoto, giving love and thanks and gratitude to water. We held ceremony an entire day of healing at a little park on the north end of Onondaga Lake, and dedicated small bits of water, cups of water, love and gratitude, love and gratitude. And when we finished saying our blessing, we took that little cup of water and added it to an increasingly filling basin of water, thanking the lake, giving thanks to her energies, the deva, the beautiful energy of the lake, to offer her healing. It's been, and it still is very polluted, but was horribly polluted in 2004. So we did this whole day of ceremony, love and thanks to water. At the end of the day, a beautiful final blessing from the 100 or so people. Almost threw water on the cat next to me. So I'm glad that didn't happen just now. Spirit always has a sense of humor. We took that beautiful basin full of all these little offerings of blessings of water out into the lake by the use of canoes and all, and gave the water to the lake. As we finished the day and I was heading home in the dying light and the dusk of the evening, I heard very clearly as I was driving along the parkway by the lake, stop the car and come down to the water. So I found a little place. Spirit makes things happen real quick. There was a pull-off place. I did just as I was asked. I came down to the shore, and it was getting rather very deeply into the dusk, and I could see out across the water and the lights on the other side. And up from the water rose the most beautiful, like an apparition form, beautiful woman's form, the lady of the lake, the spirit of Onondaga Lake. I was very open to the spiritual truth of what was happening, and she came towards me like floating across the water, very much a human form, stopping about 15 feet from me. And I could see her very clearly in just this beautiful diaphanous form. She spoke with me in my heart, and she gave thanks to me for the work done that day and asked that I take her thanks to the group and let them know. I was in awe and in bliss at this interaction. And here's the important part for our meditation and the work through this group tonight, and for those who come to it. Because next she said to me, after she said thank you, was, we are healing one another. And I took that in, and I could tell she knew I was like, not quite, what was this? And she repeated to me a little bit more like firmly, so I would hear it clearly. She says, we are healing one another. So that is what indeed is happening in the work people are doing with the elements and with this, as we bring our gratitude and thanks to water, seeking its healing, loving water. As we seek to heal that water, that element, it is healing us in turn. This is such a profound truth that as we seek to heal the damaged parts of this beautiful earth home, as we seek to heal these natural components, these woodlands, these waters, these air areas, these trees, they are in turn healing us. And it is this synergy that I'd like you to keep in mind and be aware, not just tonight, but in further encounters with the beautiful ones with whom we share this world, the green world, those of the water, those of the land, those of the air. And so we're bringing this to bear tonight in our meditation. Thank you for allowing the time for this part of it. Think of us now then gathering in this circle, which is in a certain sense true for the 5-6 of us here, and those who came on last night when too many glitches didn't allow for the recording. They're here again in spirit. So I invite you to close your eyes and move into your heart. So we'll just sit, relax your shoulders, something I always have to tell myself. And we're going to move now into a circle of love and light in our Zoom circle, and in those of you joining us in other times by hearing this. There is no real linear time. So we are all together, no matter when it is you hear this or even re-listen to it another time. So let us sit mindfully, feeling yourself comfortable in your chair, letting your shoulders relax, feeling your feet as they are pulled into that gravitational embrace of Mother Earth. Think of it that way and enjoy that sense of gravitational embrace. Now a breath or two, one maybe just, less shallow that we can do, and just take a breath down into your heart. Let the inhale go down to your heart. Relax some. Another breath in, gentle, deep enough to feel its way down to your heart. Hold it just a bit and then exhale out anything that is insisted upon following you into this part of our gathering, into this part of your day. Release it, that which is no longer needed. And let us breathe together now, and some of that energy, let it flow down through you, your legs, your feet, down into Mother Earth. Let's take some time to just be with one another in breath, in heart, in connection to Mother Earth. Just pause here while we do this as a beautiful circle connection. reminder before I bring us to focus of our time in quiet is that when I feel our quiet meditation time is completed, those who wish to leave the call then are more than for those of us live here. Please quietly just off into your evening. No need to do more than that. I'm glad to have had you here, but I will be at the end of the quiet ringing a chime. I'll give you a little sample of it. So when this chime comes to your attention later on, that's the indication the quiet is about to conclude. We were asked, all of us by spirit and me to you in email, to think of a body, a place of water that is special in your heart, in your time with it, wherever that is, a place of water that is near and dear and special to you. Bring yourself as clearly as you can in your imagination to that water now. See the light glimmering on its surface. If it's a body of water that is flowing, hear its music against the banks of its stream or riverbed, any stones it's singing over. Giving thanks and gratitude to this water, and invite the energy of it, the presence of it into you to be with you now and in this circle, this beautiful water place. Know there is, for really almost all waters, bodies of water, there is something called its deva, its overlighting spirit. And it is something that you can communicate with. If you'd like to express or know more about the water and its messaging and any interaction it might wish from you, especially if it's water that needs some help. We are all so familiar with places that are told to us that are polluted, that are struggling now to have enough water, places where water is in incredibly short supply, where there is a drought. These wounded places, we are going to send love and gratitude to in our quiet time. Spirit has asked that I do this last thing before we go into our quiet, and that is this. I'm going to lead you into 4 levels of love and gratitude. I invite you to be very present to each as you hear them. Love and gratitude, Dr. Emoto's suggestion, and what a beautiful way to interact with the waters in and around us. So here is the first one. You can say it after me, you can say it later, but it is this. I am sending love and gratitude to the waters within me. I am sending love and gratitude to the waters within me. The next, I am sending love and gratitude to the source of my drinking water, even if I don't know what it is right now. So again, I am sending love and gratitude to the source of my drinking water. The third, your watershed. I am sending love and gratitude to my watershed. I am sending love and gratitude to my watershed. And last, sending love and gratitude to the body of water you are honoring and enjoying. And so it is this last, before our quiet. I am sending love and gratitude to the water I love, to the water I am honoring. I am sending love to the water I love, and the water I am honoring. And in our group now, we're raising power of love and gratitude to send healing to the waters near and far, all around our beloved Mother Earth. So we will now enter into quiet with one another, no matter when it is that you are part of this wonderful and beautiful, empowering circle. I want to thank everybody for joining in, no matter when it is that this is so. We send a final blessing to the waters of the world, knowing that as we seek to heal and bring cleansing to these waters, that they in turn, that the beautiful energies and the deities of the water are likewise healing us. May we carry this message forward. May we carry forward the seeds that we have planted in this Virgo New Moon. Blessings to you all. And I look forward to welcoming you to next month's New Moon meditation of September, when we will honor the element of air. So now I will bid you good night. As far as the recording goes, take good care. Okay, yes.